free prevention kit that government sanctioned. But the one I got, I wasn't going to get duct tape and plastic sheeting. That's absurd. But I did go and get one, and I got the most expensive one, the premium pack, and it was $4,200. I think I'm worth it. Thanks. A lot. No, it's all like government approved, you know, and it's like a veritable rainbow coalition of colors. But what it is, what the package is it consists of a zinc lozenge, a nickel, and a wish. And how it works is the zinc lozenge is for your throat, you know. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've woken up and been like, did a nuclear bomb go off? I can barely swallow. And the nickel is for, because like in post-apocalyptic times, the nickel's going to be worth like $1 million. And a wish is a wish, you know. Oh, and a jet ski. There's a jet ski too. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. That's what makes it $4,200.
David Cross. Hamilton Sunny, 8:20 a.m.
Ray Romano.
I grew up right here, not far from here in Queens, Morrisville. It was a typical New York. It was everybody there, every nationality. It was predominantly Jewish neighborhood, but I had a great friends, great Jewish friends. All my Jewish friends are great. I just couldn't compete with them. And I don't mean sport. No, I don't want to stereotype, but any kind of little kiddie business venture. They were very good. Every summer, we had lemonade stands. You know, there's my little box. There I am, all set up. Nothing ever happened for me. Nothing. Now there's my best friend, Murray Goldberg. Oh, he's open 24 hours a day. Selling lotto tickets. He's a genius. He didn't even work. He had a little Korean kid selling it to him. Yeah. How did he do that? I didn't know. How did he do that? What did I know? I was a little Italian boy. What did I know? I offered him protection. That was my only answer. Nice box, Murray. Yeah.
Could you use 200,000, 500, 1 million, or even 3? Call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL to see what's available to you. Michael Bublé's brand new album, Higher, is out now, featuring the exciting new title track, Higher, along with contributions from Willie Nelson, Paul McCartney, and more. Captivating new album from the Canadian superstar is available now. Listen now on Apple Music. from Josh Manson, Andre Burakovsky, Darren Helm, and 2 from Cale Makar. If you can keep up with all those goals, that's a 7-0 lead. There is no coming back from this one for the Lightning as things wind down in the third period. It was the Blue Jays and Yankees at Rogers Center today. Game 2 of 3 in their series. Aaron Hicks lined a 3-run double in the fourth, put the Yankees up 3-0 and no dice for the Jays from there. Yankees win 4-0. Alek Manoah losing for the first time in 16 career home starts. Third round action at the U.S. Open, Jon Rahm blew his lead on the 18th hole after a double bogey. So going into Sunday, your co-leaders are Will Zalatoris and Matt Fitzpatrick sitting at 4 under. Canadian Adam Hadwin not far behind heading into the final round, just 2 shots back. Toronto FC was back in MLS play after 2 weeks in New Jersey up against the New York Red Bulls, but couldn't get it done. They lose 2-0. And at the Canadian Grand Prix, slippery conditions in Montreal, but it was F1 Championship leader Max Verstappen who took pole position for Red Bull. Verstappen finishing ahead of Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca. Are high interest rates scaring you from getting into the housing market? Don't be scared. Call Northwood Mortgage. The specialists at Northwood understand complicated markets, like the one we're in now. They'll take a closer look at your financial picture and work hard to find a custom solution that works for you. Visit northwoodmortgage.com.
License number 10349. Don't assume that your company is too small to use the online advertising services of Search Kings. Just because Search Kings is used by so many big companies, how do you think those big companies got to be big companies in the first place? Many of them started as small companies using Search Kings. Get your company started with Search Kings for as little as $500 a month and receive an additional $500 in free ad credits. You want to stand out where your customers are online? Want your small business to do big business? Switch to Search Kings.
City News time is 10:48. A Vancouver City Councillor believes the money being spent by that city to host the 2026 World Cup Games would be better spent addressing housing and affordability. City's Hannah May Nasser reports. Councillor Jean Fontaine worries about how the soccer tournament will affect local real estate.
It may be that hosting these big events does increase land prices and rent. I remember during the Olympics, a lot of the ads at the airport almost looked at more real estate ads.
She wonders if the money that's planned to be spent on the World Cup could be of better use to address things like the housing crisis or climate, adding that's where the priority should be. The cost of planning, staging, and hosting matches in Vancouver could cost more than $250 million. In Toronto, the estimated cost is also in the tens of millions. Hannah May Nasser, City News. City News time 10:49. Yellowstone National Park will partially reopen on a Wednesday morning. Recently, it's seen substantial flooding that's destroyed bridges and roads, driving out tourists. Visitors will only be allowed on the park's southern loop under a license plate system to manage crowds. Commercial tours will also be allowed. The southern half of the park includes Old Faithful and the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. This is the park's 150th anniversary year. Firefighters in Hamilton dealt with a 3-alarm fire in a vacant downtown building that began around 6 o'clock this morning near King West and Bay Street. Hamilton's Fire Chief Dave Cunliffe says they expect to continue fighting the fire into the evening.
The biggest challenge right now is to get at it. So this is